Hello, Robotics Notes fans. Happy July 19th. It is 2:08 in the morning, and it's time to load the save data for Robotics Notes. Cough, cough. Okay, while summer break starts tomorrow, don't get lazy. You have less than half a year until entrance exams. This summer is the most important time of your young lives. Please make this a meaningful summer break. That's all I have to say. So the first semester comes to a close with our homeroom teacher Kobayashi's words. Good grief, like I need to be reminded of my impelling doom. I'd managed to completely forget about entrance exams up until now. My classmates start leaving to head home. Now, what should I do? It's not even noon yet, so I guess I'll play a ton of Kill Ballad. Hey, Kai! Or so I thought, but Akiho walks over to my seat. The summer break is gonna be super important. She clenches her fists to stress this. Don't tell me we're actually gonna study for entrance exams. No, there's no way she'd say something like that. This is Akio we're talking about. This is gonna be related to robots. We only have half a year before the expo. If we don't make big progress this summer, we'll never finish in time. See, told you so. Aki-chan, didn't you hear what Kobayashi said? I did, why? Forget I mentioned it. I guess that means you made up your mind. It's actually pretty cool, to be honest. She's basically saying she's ready to wait another year to apply to college. So anyways, Kai, maybe we should go check up on Subaru? The day before yesterday, he had a huge fight with his old man. Needless to say, he didn't come to the club yesterday. I think we should leave him alone. Just shush and come with me. Akio grabs my arms and forcibly stands me up. Good grief. Thought you and him were on bad terms. Why the sudden change of heart? I'm the president of the robot club, duh. So basically, you're just excited to have something president-like to do. Hee-ho. Wow, she literally just laughed it off. No, I'm not excited, I swear. It's more just like a 3-7 ratio in favor of concern. The excitement end is surprisingly high. Really? Well, let's just say it's 2-8 and call it good. I'm not sure that's how that works. Did Subaru come to the school yesterday? No, he took the day off. Yikes. Considering M45 disappeared from the hangar, Subaru must have taken it, so... We take a look in the second year informatics classroom. About half the students are still hanging around, Akiho asks from the door. Subaru Hidaka here. Some students look at each other and shake their heads. A boy, the class rep, answers, he's absent today. We give our thanks and exit the classroom. Sitting before us in the courtyard where our club room is, I sit down in my reserved seat in the shade of the tree. Akio paces around the lawn like she can't settle. Down. This is bad. This is real bad. Subaru might stop coming to school at this rate. You're overthinking things. I brush her off and then take out my phone droid and prepare to play some Kill Ballad. At this rate, I'm gonna have no choice but to rush to his house. It's my responsibility as the president. I wouldn't recommend that. You're just gonna cause more trouble. Besides, going to his house means confronting his stubborn father. There's a 0 chance of winning. Ugh, what should I do? Things will turn out the way they turn out. After dropping some knowledge on Akiho, I boot up Kill Ballad. The stars look like they could fall out of the sky at any moment. Even if I lied down in the middle of the path, I doubt anyone would find me. My surroundings are pitch black and I totally melt into the darkness. It's summer break, so I have plenty of free time. After school, I headed to Uchigaoka Park and put in some major KB time The sun had long since set. Next on the news, exoskeleton company's helpful unlimited gear, the Hug, has had its second rampage fatality. Good words reading me. According to the new MPD investigation, there have been 105 Hug rampage incidents in Japan in the last 3 years. I have left a video stream running on my phone droid. The news is on now. As soon as the exoskeleton company is mentioned, I reflexively start to listen closely. Of these, 23 accidents caused serious injuries to the Hug users. The MPD will be consulting with EXSC and investigating whether or not this was caused by serious safety flaws. This number only accounts for accidents reported to the police, so it's expected the actual number will rise. Additionally, foreign investigative agencies have now begun their own investigation into the matter. This is expected to impact the sales of Hug units, which saw an explosive rise in recent years. We now have comments from Exoskeleton Company's Public Relations Officer, Misaki Sonomiya. Yes, our company is currently investigating the matter as well. I cannot offer a definitive answer. There are things on the internet that say the Hug is too dangerous as a medical care machine. Your response? Hugs are created with many overlapping safety standards. Only units that have passed all tests are offered at retail. We received excellent ratings from the safety inspections around the world, not just in Japan. We take this seriously and our prayers are with the victims. We'll be working to figure out what the problem was. The company president should come out and hold a press conference. Are there any plans for that? It's currently under consideration. Will you be taking any measures to put restrictions on sales? This is also under consideration. According to data from some research organizations, there have already been at least 10 Hug-related deaths worldwide. So how can you just sit back and say it's under consideration? At least 10 people are already dead. You're basically selling murder machines. Say something. Crying won't get you forgiveness. You're their PR person, aren't you? You need to answer the questions. Concerning that matter, we'll be holding an official conference at a later date. We're done here. Wait just a minute. I still have questions. How will you be compensating the family? Did you know there are lawsuits concerning a Hug engineer system in America? Please say something for all the concerned Hug users out there. Sonomiya-san, are you running away? I feel sick and turn off the news. Rampaging Hug accidents. Actually, that reminds me. The topic has been trending on Tweepo since the early evening. I guess it's a hot issue in the Tokyo area. It's people like me living in the middle of nowhere. Events that take place so far away barely feel real. As always, Tanegashima is peaceful. It's not hard to see how people start to feel like things that happen in Tokyo are in a different world. But it starts to feel really strange when those events involve people you know. Misane's got it tough. As a PR person, she's appeared in all kinds of forward-facing media. It makes sense she'd be the target of ire. I got tired of the Tweepo discourse around the incident, and also the ex-SK guy who cut off reporters at the end turned into this dumb argument about whether he's Misane's lover, bodyguard, or the true culprit behind it all. Japan, sir, is a peaceful place. I think that might have been the first time I've ever seen Misane cry. Known her for a long time, but to me she was always strong, perfect, and composed. I never thought this would be how I'd first see her cry. I have mixed feelings about it. There's something like seeing someone you know cry that makes you feel guilty. I hear something. It's an unpleasant, painful sound. Again? Honestly, I'm starting to get hungry. I should just head home. But I might as well take a look around before I bounce. The slight buzzing sound just barely reaches my ears. I trot over to the radar tower and whip out my phone droid. Is she around here somewhere? It's her. What's she doing standing there? It's too dangerous to climb the radar tower, so I decided to go up to the town hall's second floor. Doesn't take long to get up there. The wind is strong, but naturally Irie's clothes are unaffected as she stands at the top of the tower. There's an icon shining on her forehead. She must be Yejine right now. Verification test in progress. Reporting test number 2924. Present Japan Standard Time, year AD 2019, month 7, day 19, hour 19, minute 17. No change in status. Report of verification test number 2924 complete. So Irie can turn into Yejine on her own. I guess that's a dumb question. Oh, big brother! She found me. Before I know it, the icon on her head is gone. Do you want to know tomorrow's weather? Tomorrow's weather, July 20th, for the Yukishima region of Kagoshima Prefecture, Tanegashima, will be sunny with northwest winds. Typhoons number 4 and number 5 are currently active on the Pacific Ocean, so please be on the lookout. Thanks for the useless info. Were you making that buzzing sound? Was that the EGI system? Yes, that's correct. I do it once a day. Huh. Doesn't seem to be causing any harm, so I'm not too concerned about it. It is creepy though. Determining the value of continuing some dead guy's experiment isn't my place. It's Tayo Development's problem for now. Someone like me who just lives nearby isn't gonna change anything. I sigh and look out towards the ocean. It's too dark to see anything, but I know Tanegashima Space Center rocket launch pad is there. On a clear day, you can see the giant VAB and large-scale rocket launch site from here. When they still launched rockets, all the aircraft warning lights would shine and you could spot the launch site at night. What do you always look at? Huh? I've been watching you since 9 years ago. The whole time? Yep. Basically every time you came to the park. Sounds like surveillance to me. I only watched you when you came here. You used to come all the time, on average once every 2 days. There were times when you would come in a group of 3, a pair, or alone. But lately all you do is play games on your phone droid. Up until 2 years ago, you used to always look at something. Even in the evening and at night. What were you always looking at? It was always the same thing. I wanted to be an astronaut. Astronaut? You mean a person who goes to space? Nobody has ever gone to space from this Tanegashima Space Center. Yeah, I know. Manned rocket launches barely exist now. Russia and France send folks to the ISS, but NASA focuses on unmanned stuff now. But you know, any boy who grows up here dreams about becoming an astronaut at some point or another. I'd always watch rocket launches from here. That bright light rising into the sky, a roar that shakes the air itself, got my heart racing every time. When I thought about how we were connected to distant space, it felt like anything was possible. I've already given up on that dream, though. Well, maybe that's the wrong way to describe it. It just naturally faded into the dark, I guess. Started having these attacks at a young age. Rockets stopped being launched from here. It's been 4 years since the last launch, huh? Funny how it's felt like forever. Over the last 4 years, you only ever visited this park alone. On occasion, you visited with Akiho, but those instances were very rare, less than 1% total. I'm not sure when it became this way, but to me, this place, where I used to watch the rocket launches, where I used to imagine rockets soaring through the air with a smile, had changed into a place for me to chill and play games. Even when I close my eyes, I can no longer picture that beautiful sight of rockets flying off into the heavens. Oh, you're back. Huh? What are you doing here, Aki-chan? Akio was standing in front of my house. For a hot second, I thought I accidentally went to the Sonomias, but no, this is definitely my house. After club activities, we'd gone home together and parted ways before the sunset. Gotta ask my folks something, you should have just gone in. There's a light shining through the windows. I don't know if Dad's home, but Mom for sure is. One second, everybody. Yeah. I'm back. I don't know if Dad's home, but Mom for sure is. No, it's nothing like that. I just noticed the light wasn't on in your room. I dropped in and saw you weren't home, so I was about to head back, but you just happened to show up, so... Want to come in? If you haven't eaten yet, you can chow down here, though I have no clue what's on the menu today. It's fine, really. That's not why I visited. Oh, okay. While I parked my scooter in the garage, Akio silently kicked stones at her feet. Does she want to talk about something? If that was the case, she could have just hit me up on Tweepo or given me a call. So, you came here to announce that you're dissolving the Robot Club? Of course not. Then what is it? Is it about Misane appearing on TV? Bullseye, huh? Hee-ho. How'd you know? Are you a mind reader now? You're just too easy to figure out. She was really on TV, huh? Yep, and she cried. She sure did. Did she contact you? Nope. Did you try to contact her? Nope. I see. Should I? You could at least send her a message. I doubt she'll respond, but... I guess. Yeah, okay. I'll try sending one. Did she really come all the way just to get my approval? I was watching the news and thinking... just about how far she is from here. And it's another world. Right? Akio goes silent again. If she was in her usual high spirits. I'll show those reporter jerks what for making Misa cry. My gun barrel super duper punch'll do 'em in. She'd probably say something like that. Yeah, that's all. I'm going home. Is that really all you wanted to say? Hee-ho. It's only a 2-minute walk, right? No biggie. I guess not. But she still could have just called. Oh, right. Summer break starts tomorrow, but club is still on. Got it? Tomorrow's a Saturday. The Robot Club cares not. If you're not awake in the morning, I'm coming for ya. Have a good night. Akio lightly waves her hand and walks away. I smile bitterly as I see her off. Good grief. Sure do love Misane, don't you? You got that right. I can only hear Akio's voice coming from further down the dark street. And that is another episode of the hit video game Robotics Notes Elite, played in real time like Animal Crossing. I will see you tomorrow for another episode of the same thing again, but tomorrow. Ah, don't you?